I'm taking this school. I promise to keep my moral standards high and keep with the tradition of Mississippi Highway Patrol. And will never embarrass myself, another cadet, or any officer of the Mississippi Highway Patrol. I will always be faithful to God, family, my country, and my state. I believe in God, and with His help, I will accomplish my goal to become true servant.
Captain Perkins is MHP Cadet Class 65, ready to begin training.
Sir, yes, sir.
So let it be recorded that on March 28th, 2021 at 16:30 hours, MHP Cadet Class 65 began training. Captain Perkins, take charge of the class and begin training.
Sir, yes, sir.
I will win. A statement often met with skepticism. Who are you to say that or predict that for yourself? Can you tell the future? Well, there lies the misconception. It has nothing to do with the future, does it? The first requirement was that you show up. And look at that, here you are. Check. The next requirement was that you move, that you don't even give yourself an opportunity to get cold feet. You don't ponder worst case scenarios or sit on your hands worrying about the road ahead. No, it's brain off, shoes on. Check. Then comes the best part. People will tell you the deck is stacked against you, the path comprised of difficulty, life too complex. But look, your job's not to engineer the next rocket to Mars. It's to not stop. It's to put one foot in front of the other. How's that for simplicity? They say that confidence is earned. And it seems to me that by putting yourself in this position, you have earned a ticket to something greater. The privilege of stepping into that forbidden space, the space 99 out of 100 don't dare touch. And you know what I'm talking about, when your body whispers its complaints to the mind, and man, is it a good negotiator. But today, right now, it's not good enough, because you're here. And if you're gonna do it, you might as well really do it. You might as well make sure that when you get back to the car, you're thanking God Almighty this thing's over. You might as well make sure your lungs are still angry 10 hours from now when you're eating dinner. You might as well teach your subconscious that feeling tired doesn't mean that much. You will win because you're saying yes to right now, and you don't need a crystal ball to tell you whether or not to put one foot in front of the other, and at the end of the day, be a little better, a little stronger, a little more confident in your abilities. As far as I can tell, that's what winning is. Victory, continuously, sustained, accumulating over time. And while the world stays where they are, looking up at their mountaintops, gazing over their endless abyss, guess what? You'll be scaling those little boulders one by one, bridging that gap step by step. They'll be stopped dead in their tracks, entrenched in the awe and magnitude of what stands before them. But you, on the other hand, will be breaking the complex right down into the simple. Because anyone can do simple, and one of the greatest secrets in life is that that's all there is. Simple. We just have a tendency to stack it until it looks like an excuse. Because success doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It's happening in the now, always. A million tiny battles, little yeses. How powerful to know that by moving on when most wouldn't, you are building something bigger than most could dream of. At some point, you will reach your finish line. Look back on the aggregate and think, that was a lot. You may even think to yourself it was too much, that the demon took you too close to the edge of your world, and that's fine. Everything looks bigger on the outside looking in, and while you just crawled out from the depths of hell, survived, because you didn't think about any big pictures or sweeping narratives just one foot in front of you. That's the reason you made it out, escaped. And now as you look back on from the outside, tired, exhausted, emotionally drained, that feeling of pride pulsating through your veins is proof that winning is not a spot reserved for someday down the road. It's who you are. It comprises every essence of your being. It's why you will be right back here to do it all over again.
Good afternoon, Class 65.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
I want to welcome you to Melota and to the first step of your goal of becoming a Mississippi State Trooper. Today is a day that you've been waiting for. It's a day that you've been preparing for, hopefully, and it's a day that your journey begins. I want you to relax and I want you to listen. I want you to watch me and hear what I've got to say. I want you to relax and hear me clearly. You've gone through what you've got to do to become a cadet. You've been an applicant up until today. You've taken tests. You've taken PT tests. You've taken 2 physicals now and passed them. You have been interviewed by computers. You've been interviewed by troopers. You've been interviewed by background investigators that may not ever talk to you, but they talk to a lot of people that know a lot about you. And then you've had an interview from a psychologist that you've passed, thankfully, and you've passed a polygraph to get here where you're at now. You have gone through a lot, and we recognize that. But today starts day 1 of Trooper School. And like Lieutenant Colonel Sanders said, March 28, 2021 will be a day that you will remember, just like I remember September 20, 1987. It's a day that your opportunity that you've asked for begins. It's a day that the opportunity that you embarked on when you filled out that application comes to reality. See, you sit here the same as every TAC officer, the lieutenant colonels, the majors, the captains, and myself. You sit in some of the same chairs possibly and behind some of the same tables that they did. And you wear the same khaki uniforms that we all wore. And every one of us have something else in common. We all showed up on a Sunday afternoon to the Mississippi Law Enforcement Officers Training Academy in Pearl to start our journey. The first day of the opportunity. And that's the same day that you sit at right now. You know, the question now becomes not when is the opportunity going to present itself, it's what am I going to do with the opportunity now that the time is here. You know, Captain Perkins, we've already talked about, been mentioned, the TAC officers. He's assembled a staff, and it's a diverse staff that's got experience, that's got special training, special skills that they're going to share with you, different amounts of time in the highway patrol and other experiences in life that will make them uniquely qualified to train you on what you need to know and what you need to be proficient in order to become a trooper. They're TAC officers, and they're here to teach those who want to be taught. They're here to advise those who need help in areas. And they're here to counsel with those who are having issues or having problems that need correction. And that's what a TAC officer is. He's a teacher, he's an advisor, and he's a counselor. And they understand that completely. And they're going to work with you in any way that they can to help you through this process. But the opportunity that presents itself in reality now is mainly up to one person. And that's the ones of you that are sitting in these chairs in front of me right now. Your mindset, your willingness, and your attitude. We'll help you overcome and we'll help you get through. And see, that's what a lot of this process is to show you that you can go farther than you thought you could go. You can withstand things that you never thought you could withstand, and that you could do things with the help of others to show you how to make it through the challenges that you got. But it depends on you. There's going to be some long days and long nights, a lot of long days and long nights. There's going to be some drills that you'll go through, some training that you'll go through that you'll say, I just don't know how that's going to help me or what it's going to do. But see, we're not training for June the 30th, 2021. That's graduation day. That's the day everybody wants to come. We're training for June 30th, 2046. That's 25 years from the time you leave here. That's a career for a trooper. Because see, we don't want you to be able to get out of here on June the 30th and go on about your business, wear a uniform, and just be out there. We want you to be a contributing member of this agency and a vital part of the mission of this agency for the next 25 years. And to do that, you got to start where you start right now. And you've got to be prepared when you leave here. And these gentlemen are going to prepare you if you'll go along with the program. And it is a process. The process is an important process. The question now that I'll ask you is, are you ready? Are you ready to take advantage of the opportunity that lays before you, the opportunity that you've asked for, and the opportunity now that is presented to you?
And during the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.
Take them high, take them low, take them everywhere they go.
I'm sorry, yeah, sir. Take the sleeves in.
Sir, yes, sir. Yeah, and it looks like
Which track house did you take them to get them altered?
Details. Have you already given your...
The cult of personality, the cult of personality. Neon lights.
Back.
Hey, you might as well sit back where right on out the back door back to this car. He won't stay here.
Find your name tag, put yourself right on that. Go upstairs. Name.
MHP Cadet Bagwell, sir.
Bagwell. Okay. Downstairs, Bagwell, hit it. Find your name tag.
Okay, we need to put that over here.
A couple of things that I would tell someone that wants to come to patrol school is, first of all, you need to be physically prepared to endure the program. It's 22 weeks and it's physically torturous on your body. Second thing is that you need to have the right mental mindset. You've made a commitment. It's not going to be easy, and there's going to be times where you're going to wonder, am I going to make it through the next minute, the next hour, the next day? You have to stay focused on what you committed yourself to and see it through the end. Also, are you willing to put yourself in harm's way and the dangers that you're going to face out there on the highway? It's a dangerous job. Sometimes it's a thankless job. You're going to work in all weather conditions. You're going to be treated ugly sometimes, and you have to be prepared to endure that. You're going to see death. and it may be children.
Sir, yes, sir.
So you have to make sure you're mentally prepared for all the stresses and dangers of the
Why
job.
did you do 7?
We teach them here,
as well as you could have
like I
7,
said, our
correct?
primary goal is to teach them survival. Number one goal, priority, is to go home alive at the end of the shift, whatever it takes to fight, survive, to win. We teach them never give up. We don't train quitters here. We don't want quitters on the highway patrol.
Everybody else, back off.
For cadets showing up day 1 to patrol school, I would recommend that you hydrate yourself, fully hydrate. I say not just water, Pedialyte, Gatorade. You need those electrolytes. You'll find out that in the first 20 minutes you're here. Hydration is very important. Along with hydrating yourself, I would recommend that you do a lot of cardio. It's not about being strong, big. You're only working with your body weight. When I say do a lot of cardio, I say the smaller you are, the better you are, because you're only working with your body weight.
Get back down there. Feet on the ground.
I want you to understand, it's your responsibility to keep up with your hydration. If you flick around out here and you pissing brown and stand a chance and your kidneys are blocking up, that's on you.
Yeah, we have a form that has every exercise on the form. We go through there, we pick out an exercise, we count the reps. So we try to stick to that program. Sometimes we'll probably go out, do some little agility workouts or speed drills on the short track. Those things aren't on the form, but as far as like the actual program, it's all on paper. Some days we get to the gym, we'll go down. I have a real good circuit workout I do with them. I have about 6 exercises, different groups. I break them up in about 6 groups and give them different exercises, and we rotate it. About 2 minutes on each station, we rotate it. Once they get back to the first station, probably have a drink of water, we start it right back up. Not a whole lot of rest, high reps, so endurance type of exercise.
All right, then. First stretch be the arm and shoulder stretch. Sir, arm, shoulder stretch, sir. Arm position, move.
It's a school that started in the winter time. Hydration is still very important, even when it's cold. We have to do, I know in the beginning, we did daily checks to make sure everybody's urine was the right color. If it wasn't, we're on those guys whose urine was darker to make them drink water. So that was real important.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get the back on feet. I'm gonna take your ground. Get the back on feet up and back on the ground. Get your foot back down there.
Walker.
Feet up.
How much you think them pants cost?
Call out to the end of this formation, start prayer call around it.
How much they cost there, you?
Sir, $80, sir.
The pants cost $80?
Sir, yes, sir.
All right, what about the shirt?
Sir, about the same, sir.
Shirt cost $80 too?
Sir, yes, sir.
Y'all adding this up,
Master
right?
Sergeant. Traditionally, correct me if I'm wrong, but traditionally when cadets put on uniforms, usually somebody signs out that night. That's usually happened in the past, has it not?
Stop mouth breathing. Everybody get some of this. Close your dadgum mouth.
Every dadgum time we have a patrol school, every time we have a patrol school, and cadets get fitted for uniforms, traditionally, somebody signs out.
Goes to your head.
It goes to their head, and they're like, nope, nope. So, we shall see.
I'm telling you, there's 59 of you right now.
Third squad, let's look back.
Got 3 bets. I want a 4 bet.
Come on, Dick.
Let's
look back. Third squad.
Hit it!
To fill a PT test because you're going to pay for it. You understand me? Y'all going to make up all this stuff, you can guarantee that. You ought to feel ashamed for not being part of the class.
Then the governor down the heart of the state. Are you sure, George? Yes, sir. I'll freaking stand. What can't you say? What this train has done for me?
Exit. 1, 2, 3. Nasa. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ask you to do.
How you married? How you feel?
We'll document it.
Hey, you had time to check that schedule out?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. All right, I'm gonna scroll up to the 16th on week 12. We was talking about making them changes from stop and approach to do tactical shooting on that day. Will that work for you? That's fine. I want y'all to really pick up on working each step. I want to work this area first. Right back here, I want to see before I go up. I don't want to give this up. That'd be like kind of going through a house. Remember I said like giving up a bedroom door, just walking right past it? Now I don't know what's in there. So you want to pie, work your way up, not give up anything. Remember, we're trying to see anything you can pick up, whether it be a round or anything like that. We're going to get into that later on. We're just kind of doing a basic to get you a feel for approaching the vehicle, not necessarily talking to a violator or getting them out or anything like that. I want to baby step y'all for the ones that never done it before, plus maybe a couple bad habits of prior law. If you got complacent on a few things on fixing it.
I would approach a lot of the cadets that come in here have never been prior law or anything like that, so they're not used to dealing with the public. So we try to teach them in stop and approach the safety aspect of it, which is very important on how to approach a vehicle and how to deal with different subjects or multiple subjects, whether it be at a wreck or a stranded motorist or an everyday traffic stop. You have to treat them all the same, and their number one goal is to go home at the end of their shift to their loved ones. And it's a big task because you try to put in everything you can in a training environment that you've that you've dealt with and show it to them to deal with. And there's a lot on teaching them on approaching a vehicle or dealing with a subject outside of a vehicle that you have to give to them. And everything that they do falls into that, whether it be shooting or driving, watching their peripheral. Everything that they do in patrol school goes into stop and approach, but we also try to teach them on the courtesy part, on dealing with people and investigating. That there's so much, it ain't about just going up there and getting somebody's driver's license, or it ain't about writing a ticket. Sometimes there's more to it, and trying to find out what's wrong with that subject that they're encountering, whether it be that subject's just having a bad day, or if there's a medical issue, or if something has happened that they're encountering them.
You mentioned something about the 25th?
Yeah, so I'll move up from 12 to 13 right here. You'll see on the 25th, we had graduation practice.
Okay.
We're just going to move 25th and 28th, swap those. All day on the 25th, we're going to be doing stop and approach defensive tactics.
Anything out of this gym, there will be no attitude displayed. There will be nothing else other than what we do here tonight. You understand me? Sir, yes, sir. This is not a win. This is not a lose. This is see hard. We want to see hard. We want you to show hard. Hands up. Good one. Good one. That's it. Good stop. Walk back to the head. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Look where he goes. Look where he goes. Look where he goes. Yeah. 1 minute.
Starting out with boxing, again, it's very basic. It's not real, the boxing is not real intensive as far as technique. Again, we're just wanting to see if that cadet is going to stand and fight and finish the fight. But also, when you get down into more of your ground combatives, you start tending to lose some of what little bit of technique that you've gained, because it's not natural to them. They've never been on the mats before. Now, some of them that show up have experience, but it's not natural to somebody to, get down on the ground and worry about, well, why can't I just stand up? There's techniques to getting back up and actually getting that violator or person off of you and maintaining a dominant position.
Welcome to Malota. Welcome to MHP Cadet Class number 65. And congratulations. Congratulations on being a part of Cadet Class 65, because as you know, there were over 400 applicants that want to be in the position that you're in, but you made it here. May 28, 2021 will be a date that will be edged in your mind for the rest of your lives. It will be edged in your mind for the rest of your lives. That's one date you'll never forget. Some of you that will make it and graduate June the 28th, June 30th, correction. You'll remember those 2 dates in patrol school, your first and your last date, your graduation date. So take this time to enjoy it. Take this time to be a part of the process. You've been given a great opportunity. You chose to be a part of this unique process. And yes, I did say unique process. The Mississippi Highway Patrol is one of the toughest, most recognizable law enforcement agencies in the United States, and is known for having the toughest law enforcement training in the nation. So it is a unique process that you're being a part of. And I'm hoping it's because you knew being a Mississippi State Trooper is more about public service instead of self-service. That's what the Highway Patrol is about. That's that unique process. This is a process where each of you will be challenged and tested mentally and physically on every aspect of Mississippi Highway Patrol training. The group of troopers that you see to my right, they will assist, motivate, and encourage each of you. I like to personally call them the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers of patrol school. The gatekeepers are a group of extremely professional,
and highly trained state troopers called MHP TAC officers. They're not part of the matrix offering you the red or the blue pill trying to give you an easy way out. No, they're not. They're not here for that. They manage and oversee the entire training regimen of the Highway Patrol School. Now, with you being here, you've already laid the foundation. You've already laid the foundation. Now, what I'm getting ready to say right now, I want you to soak it in. Be somewhat at ease, so to speak, and soak this in. The first thing you need to do, if you hadn't done it already, is manage your mindset. Manage your mindset and commit to the entire training process. Manage your mindset and commit to the entire training process. Managing your mindset means total belief in your abilities to succeed and having a positive can-do attitude to succeed. That's what managing your mindset is all about. However, before you do that, you must be committed to the entire process. Being committed to the process means accepting the change or the transformation that each of you will go through during patrol school. Each of you will go through this process. And being committed also means enduring the physical and mental pain of the training process. Oh, there will be some physical and mental pain. There will be some stressors. There will be some things that you think you can't do. But the mind, having that mindset will make that body go through it. But pain is a part of life. I hope all of you know that by now. Allow the pain to develop something inside you. And that something is that character. Allow it to develop character. As troopers, we all went through it, and we endured the pain of patrol school. And being committed also means overcoming fear. I know some of you, 76 of you, have a lot of things going through your mind right now. But don't allow fear to overtake you. Don't allow fear to be the reason you quit.
My lead class is driving, and I spend about 40 hours a whole week with the cadets that come through the program. I teach them to drive their car. There's a two-part series that we would teach them to drive to stay alive, to do maneuvers, we use the CF hand to demonstrate such driving skills to the best of their ability, to show them how to better operate their cars, to be professional drivers, and also to be able to drive around things, to master their car. And during the time that I teach them that, there's day and night driving. We drive day and night. We drive them on and off road. We give them all the tools that they need to be able to operate their car.
The hardest thing for a cadet to learn is how to shuffle steer, holding your hands at the 9 and 3 position and not letting your hands cross over. Because what we don't realize is prior to coming into the way we drive is if your hands cross over, a lot of times you're overexerting the car or overcorrecting the steering on the vehicle. So as long as you're at the 9 and 3 and that wheel is steady shuffling through your hands, the car's gonna do what it's supposed to do. The whole objective of the vehicle is to go straight. So whenever you cross over or grip the steering wheel, you're stopping the vehicle from doing what it wants to do. One of the things we like to do is we want you to drive roughly 85% of your driving ability. And even in the process of driving 85% of what you've been taught to drive, there's still a possibility you can lose control of that vehicle. The main thing we teach is when you feel yourself losing control of the vehicle is to basically take your foot off of the gas, let the steering wheel go, and the car's gonna straighten itself up. Don't do anything other than that, and you'll see the results once the car straightens itself up. Then you can get back in it and drive it the same way you were driving prior to.
So I'll move from 13 to 14. All day the 28th we'll have graduation practice. That's the only changes we'll have. You'll see on the 28th, it's just been an extended graduation period is all we're going to do there.
Okay, all right, yeah, that works for me.
All right, sounds good.
All right, well, we'll get back to training then.
All right, on the line with 6 rounds load. The first stage will be 6 rounds fired strong hand only. You'll unload, reload, transfer the pistol to your support hand and fire 6 rounds support hand. Time limit is 20 seconds. The line is ready.
The instructors for firearm, we got Lieutenant Dan Rollison. Y'all turn around, eyeballs.
Sir, snap, sir.
He runs the range. He oversees everything. You also got Master Sergeant Lee Houston. Master Sergeant Lee Houston works full-time at the range. You got Master Sergeant Jacob Lott. He also works full-time at the range. Throughout your career, if you come down here, if you go qualify, or if you come down here with an issue with a weapon or anything like that, these are the guys that you'll be talking to and dealing with. They work full-time.
Put that dot right up on top of your front sight, okay? Focus on it. Hold it right there in the middle.
You to get used to drawing quickly. As soon as you see that target turn or hear it turn to face you, that represents a threat. That's somebody trying to shoot back at you, hurt you, come at you with a knife. I want you to draw and go as quick to the target as you can.
Legends never die. And the world is calling out. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die. They become a part of you.
Let's go! Oh, make a man, Jay! Keep your eyes up! Keep your eyes up!
Find him, find him. All right, get your rifle, work, be smooth. Be smooth. Get back here. Be smooth.
Hurry. 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 There's somebody coming out of the woods.
We're on target. When you go back to your handgun, a lot of you are trying to tuck it back over here. Just go straight down, drop it. It's fine right here.
He's bleeding out. It's freaking bleeding out. He's begging. He's begging for help.
He's bleeding out. He's begging for help. Davis, hurry up. Go save his fire. Davis, hurry up.
But as soon as that pistol, the barrel, the muzzle breaks the holster, you can be coming up, preferably to meet two hands and go straight up to eye level, straight to the target.
Hey, put on safe. Go, hurry up, go, DJ, go.
For those four, the two highlighted in red, if you don't remember anything else about this safety course this morning, this 1 hour block, those two things you need to keep at all times with you: muzzle discipline and trigger finger. If you have it pointed in a safe direction and you have your finger off the trigger, then you don't have to worry about what? An accidental discharge, right?
Ready, four. Ready, four.
Flying away. This whole them shoes is filthy. That tells me you didn't do nothing.
Stay put for a second.
You do that, no.
Parade.
You, put on that blanket. Put that blanket on. Yes, sir.
Parade rest.
Hell no. So just a big body.
We're looking for gig lines, making sure that
Put that blanket on and go outside.
this line right here, and your shirt, all the way to your belt, to the zipper of your trousers, is in line. We're making sure that your name tag is properly secured, that this is secured underneath the belt. Correction, the button, secured underneath the button, and that your name can be properly shown. We're also looking for, y'all go around him. We're also looking for your shoestrings that are properly tucked, that you're at parade rest, that your feet are properly distanced. You're erect, your head's straight ahead, your eyes are straight ahead, your hands are where they're supposed to be. Cadet, 10, hook. We're also watching and looking for polished shoes, in this case not polished shoes. Their hands, their thumb on the seam of the trousers. 45-degree angle with their feet, 45-degree angle, cadet. Next. Go forward. We're also watching. Watch his gait, his arms moving as he marches. Once this cadet gets in his proper position to stop, he's using his peripheral vision to line up with the cadet next to him. He's not looking but forward. His eyes are straight. He's using his peripheral vision. Now he's standing at the back of this cadet's head. His eyes are forward. When this cadet moves, now this cadet will move.
Look ahead. Now we told you share your treasure. Go, eat, drink the water, get out. Not at the house, not going to eat how the hell you want to.
For sure, too late.
We got crap we got to do. Hurry up, eat, get out. Let's go, hurry up. Hurry up. It don't take this long to eat that food, hurry up.
Take that one with you. It doesn't take about 5 minutes.
Why did you not fix the tie switch? I told you don't come back to this daggone tie hall about that daggone tie fix.
Sir, this is...
Why? I don't care, Smith! Get outside and fix your daggone tie! Don't come back in here till your tie fits!
Smith, who's the Secretary of State? State of Mississippi.
Sir,
sir. Bench, sir.
Get outside. Wrong. Hey, get out of the way. Move.
McMillan.
Commissioner of the Department of Public Safety.
Sir. Commissioner Kendall, sir. McMillan, who's Lieutenant Governor? Sir. Hit it!
Sir, yes, sir.
How do you not know who the Lieutenant Governor is?
Oh, it's crying time again. You're gonna leave me. I can see that far away look in your eyes.
Hey, work together, look.
I can tell by the way you hold me sorry. That it won't be long before it's right time.
Oh my God!
Now they say that after speech, the heart will flutter, and that tears are only rain to make love grow. Well, my love for you would never grow no stronger if I it's crying time again. You're gonna leave.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I can see that far away look in your
Leave our bud.
I can tell by the way
Hey, y'all, look. Hey, come on. Come on.
Now you say you found someone you love better. That's the way it's happened every time before. And as sure as the sun comes up tomorrow,
About an L1 right there.
time will start when you walk
About an L1, huh?
Oh, it's crying time.
Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go.
You're gonna leave me.
Oh, let's go.
I can see that far away look in your eyes. I can tell by the way
Hurry up there. Let's go, Daddy. Put your stuff down here now. Since you don't do it, they're gonna hurricane relocated. David, you head out. Hurricane relocated. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up.
The life of a tech officer, you have long hours. Get up early, go to bed late. Of course, the cadets gonna get up early as well, but we be up before them. When they go to bed, we go to bed after them. The days they have class, they have we have training, class training, class training. It's all day, every day. It's nonstop. Being a cadet when I came through, I thought it was terrible. But to come on this side and see how these guys actually work, being a tech officer is a whole lot more stressful.
6, 7, 8, 1. Somebody take off the deck. Okay, that's fine. On your feet.
weakness leaving the body.
People say patrol school is too hard. I really don't. I try to block that out because they don't understand why it's hard. If somebody says it's too hard, they really don't understand the training aspect of it. So me trying to explain that to somebody, it's not gonna go over well because they already got it set in their head that it's already too hard. Until you actually come down here and experience that and get to what we're trying to get you, to train you, then you'll understand, like, not probably during the process, but later on in your career, when you get out on your own, you'll understand what the training is meant for you. That's truth.
Well, it's you see it from obviously a different side now than you did as a cadet, but you know, you really don't, as a cadet, you really don't realize how much work and how much effort and all the moving pieces that go along with a patrol school. So I'm seeing, you know, that part of it, and which, you know, gives me a lot more respect for the TAC officer that I had, and then the team that we have now. You know, we got a great team. Everybody works good together. So it's been a great adventure so far. That we're here to protect you. We're here to protect your families. We're risking our lives to save somebody else's lives. We have no idea who it is, and that's what we, you know, held our right hand up and swore to an oath, is to protect the citizens of Mississippi and protect the roadways and highways of the state of Mississippi, and that's what we continue to do. In today's world, it's a tough world. You got to have a tough person to deal with that tough world. So as far as the hazing, that's absolutely ridiculous. It has nothing to do with any kind of hazing. We're preparing you to be mental tough. We're preparing you to be able to protect yourself and go home at night to your families. That's what a Mississippi State Trooper does, and we will continue to do that.
I do what I can, I'm just a man. I do what I can, don't put the blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
These masks that they provided are top of the line. The ones that they used to give was a full face shield, clear face shield, but the problem with it was now when I go to put on the helmet fits. The helmet didn't fit properly with the old mask, and so they've updated our mask to where if you have general situation, or if you're in a prison riot and there's a lot of gas getting popped off, you can also keep on your helmet, going to protect your head, and but them old masks wasn't up to par. A gas chamber, the first thing you need to do is blow out. You feel like you can breathe. Your mind's telling you can't breathe. You can breathe. I've ate a lot of gas. You can breathe.
Oh no, you done it now. Gone against the king, gone against the crown. Said, oh no, you done it now. Time to feel the fire.
It don't matter who I spray, I'm gonna treat you the same. Let you turn her. He's back there smiling. I may give him a little bit more. No, I won't, but look, it's not that bad.
Yes, sir. All right, any questions? No, sir. All right, partner up.
Sir, I stand here, Brocadella, Mississippi Highway Patrol, Cadet Class over 60 boat. Go!
Let's go! Right here. Let me
We have the cadets to say the creed during the time that they're standing on post in the barracks before we put them down every night. That creed is sacred. It's sacred. It was originally created by Lee Chevron, Captain Lee Chevron, who was a training director out here. And I believe in my heart, when you recite that creed should mean everything to you as to becoming a trooper. That creed is very meaningful, and before we put them in the racks every night, that is a must, that they must recite that creed, to learn that creed, to know that creed with just cause. And I believe that if they learn that creed, then they will never embarrass themselves or another officer on the Mississippi Highway Patrol.
Important to me that these people realize what they're getting into. It's not all about driving a pretty car with a nice uniform and having everybody look at you, because sometimes that can be a negative. So it's a lot more to this job, and I'm trying to tell these cadets it is a different world, and you're about to get in something that you probably may or may not know, but you will be ready to go. Once you graduate this patrol school, you will be ready for your task.
I know it's been a hard time, my dear. I know it's been a long time, my dear. Seems times are always.
What would I say about people who think patrol school is too hard? I disagree with that. This job is not meant for everybody. It's meant for the mentally strong, physically tough, emotionally strong. Because that's what it's going to take to do your job properly on the road. As we all know, troopers work by themselves. There are no partners in the car. There's not immediate backup. So yes, the school is meant to be hard. It challenges you in every way. And it's easy to say the school's too hard for someone who's never tried patrol school.
We try to teach the cadets to treat everybody the same and treat them like they would want one of their loved ones treated. We want to treat people with respect, and we expect that out of them, and that's one thing that we really push to the cadets, is to treat people like they want their mother to be treated. And sometimes that can be hard to do. Sometimes they don't allow us to do that, but we make sure that's the first thing we do, is we're respectful, even though we expect them to be respectful to us as well. But we're going to make sure that we treat them with the utmost respect.
Right here, boom. And if you need to, get the side leg, try to do anything. Try to do anything.
It takes a little while, even once you graduate. You go through an FTO program, and once you're done with the FTO program, you're on your own. You learn a lot that first year, but you will always, I can speak from experience, I was in my car thinking about patrol school as a rookie trooper, thinking, wow, what I just did was taught to me in patrol school. I knew how to handle that situation. That was mentally tough. That was hard. A fatality, a child fatality, anything, or ultra-involved shooting. You say, wow, that was mentally challenged. That was hard, but I survived it. You know, you look back and go, wow, I'm thankful that I had the training that I did. Nothing was given to me. Those TAC officers set me down and went over things that were going to occur in my career. As far as the physical part, if you have a strong body, you're going to have a strong mind. Strong mind is a strong body. Has things changed? Absolutely. We're not so much concentrated on physical in patrol school anymore, but we still have that element. We're still going to push that cadet to the limit, because if he's not pushed to the limit, we don't know what type of background that cadet. If he played professional football or if he sat on the couch every day, we have no idea. But what we do know is what kind of person he's going to be when he leaves here. Is he going to quit the first time he sees pain or mental anguish? Is he just going to roll up and quit? Or is he going to drive on? Is he going to help that down officer? Is he going to help that person that's bleeding out in that car crash? What's he going to do?
Honored to introduce to you the Commissioner of Public Safety, Sean Tyndall.
Good afternoon, Cadet Class 65.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
It's certainly my honor to be here today, and I hope you consider it an honor to be here as well. I want to welcome you on behalf of myself and the Governor of the state of Mississippi, Tate Reeves. We talked about this class just yesterday, and we were talking about the expectations that we have of each and every one of you. And I can tell you, without a doubt, he supports this class, as I do. And I can tell you that there's one thing I have in common with each and every one of y'all. You will be my first class, in which I am the Commissioner of the Department of Public Safety. And it will always hold a near and dear place in my heart that you are a member of Class 65. And I can tell you this, as we went through the process of whittling it down to the 76 that are here today, I think we started off with roughly 400 applicants. That means that you are in the top about 18% of all those that applied. That tells me that each and every one of you have the tools that are necessary to graduate from this class. A lot of people have the tools that are necessary to be a state trooper. The difference is the mental fortitude they have to fight through and get things done. So when you're up against that wall and you think you've reached the end and you're ready to quit, I want you to dig deep and know that you've got the tools to finish this and fight through it. Do not give up. Do not give up. You're here because you have the tools to do it. You have to have the mental fortitude to fight through it.
Reality is the existence of two entities. Those who create change and those who merely react to it. And so I've wondered what separates the one from the many. What differentiates a fleeting moment from a chapter in a history book? See, I think we all come to a point where we look up and we see no top to the wall we seek to climb. We look down and see the water rising at our feet with every breath. We look to our left and see those who are where we want to be tomorrow. And we look to our right and see the trail of decisions we love to take back from yesterday. This is where most create their limiting narrative, where most succumb to the world around them, but most is not all. And every soul eventually comes to find that it was shaped not by sunny days or easy roads, but by walking to the edge of the only world it's ever known and daring to risk the normalcy to which it's accustomed. Because our appearance in the light is the manifestation of what we do in the shadows when we're alone, fighting the little battles. Greatness isn't just a different level of results. It's a whole new set of rules. And the monumental task in front of you is the culmination of a battle that's already been fought thousands and thousands of times. It's been won or lost over and over again. Every time you decide to stand apart instead of follow the crowd, decide to flourish instead of just survive, decide to lead instead of follow, build instead of conform, when you endure, it's because you've decided that you are different, not in that moment, but every single day leading up to that point. This is not a reinvention, it's living out who you already chose to be. So the wall is high, you will climb because it's what you do. So the water rises, you will swim because it's who you are. So the people to your left have succeeded, there is always room at the top, and you will claim yours. So you failed in the past, good, because falling then means you endure now, and so you will. There's a quote attributed to Heraclitus on the realities of soldiers in battle. He says, look, out of every 100 men, 10 shouldn't even be there. 80 are just targets. 9 are the real fighters, and we are lucky to have them, for they make the battle. But the one is a warrior. And he will bring the others back.
Upon graduation, you'll have joined one of the most distinguished law enforcement families in the nation, the Mississippi Highway Patrol.